Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys, and this is your weekly pick a card reading. It's going to be a little bit shorter than normal because I have quite a lot to do this weekend. I have a deadline as well. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. If I can do a reading in the week, I will. And if you like this way of reading, if you like this layout, it is a bit more specific than the way I normally read. So just see how it works for you and give me feedback, okay? And then I'll maybe do the future readings more like that, but in more detail. Okay. So you'll see the cards now. Just make your choices. Go into your heart, feel what feels right for you, and make your choices on the basis of what's calling you. And if you like the way I read, if the reading makes sense to you, if it resonates, please give me a like. Please share with others and tell them about the Soulful Soul. You'll see the cards now. So here are your beautiful cards. That's group 1, and it's Balm, and your stone is carnelian. I brought out the big guns today. Group 2 is Datura. Your plant is Datura, and you have a selenite heart. Group 3, your plant is Camelia, which I think is you make tea out of, and your stone is rose quartz. And group 4, yours is Alfafa, and your crystal is this beautiful wand, clear quartz wand. So take a moment, make your choices, feel into your heart. You might be guided by the crystal that feels right for you, or by the beautiful cards of this deck, which I have to do a review of soon when I have time. But make your choices and you will see your reading on the other side. Welcome back, group 1. You chose this Balm, and it's the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Fire. And your stone of choice was carnelian, is carnelian. So let's see what your reading has in store. But let's see. Let's get the card for your central card, which is the central issue. What's working against, what's working for you, your energy, and then advice. Okay. Wands is your key energy, key issue. These 2 cards flipped over, but I'll see if they come up. It's the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Horned God, which is the Emperor in reverse. So that would be what's working for you and against you in this situation. Let's see if that's another one fell out, but it's the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see, but you get the Ace of Cups again. This one I'm not sure. Well, let's take it upside down, which is for you, right? 3 of Swords. What are you bringing to the table? Good ones. optimism maybe, which is good. And what's the advice? What's your advice, God, beloved? It's wow. The emperor wanted to show up, right? Nomaganjani. The emperor wanted to make themselves known. So, Knight of Swords beneath the deck. What did I say? Initially, I thought this was about studies. Maybe I said that off camera. Okay, let's get. Okay, let me first read it like this, and then I'm going to get clarifiers. So it feels to me like there's competition around you. Now, the Five of Wands can be playful competition, but I was just thinking about this. This is magic. They're playing with magic. This looks like Harry Potter and the gang. It seems, it reminds me of them. But magic is powerful. So to me, it seems like there's some kind of a competition. Maybe it's not even pleasant at all that's going on for you. Maybe you are applying for something and there's a lot of competition, or you're in a job and there's, maybe not so friendly, maybe friendly on the surface, but unfriendly. I'm going to get clarifiers to make sure. What's working against you is the Ace of Cups. I really feel this is about self-love. The cup is spilling out. I think it's about taking care of yourself more. I think that you need to take yourself out of the rat race feeling and do some caring work on yourself, looking inward and healing you in relation to the situation. It's like you have to detach. I'll get a clarifier. And then you get what's working for you is the Three of Swords. I think that you are doing healing, and you know what happened earlier. You saw that card fell. And what it made me think about is this bee balm. Now, I'm not too sure what bee balm is, but I imagine that it's like a plant that's healing. But it's doing something. The balm is like something soothing, right? And so I think that you should be doing or have been doing stuff that suits you, like listening to beautiful music. Really, really, I think that's such a big, strong invitation for you to be doing that soothing stuff to get yourself out of this competitive space. Maybe you have to deal with that every day, or maybe, like I said, you are in competing for a place in something, but to remove yourself from that so that when you are interacting in that space, you're stronger. Listen to lovely music, take warm baths. If you can, do water stuff. Go to the sea, to the ocean. I know some people can't, but put your feet in warm water, do a spa, but do soothing things for yourself. And I think maybe you have started doing that. And for me, those are the self-caring acts that are being advised. That's what I'm feeling here. You have this optimistic spirit, which is wonderful. It's like the 10 of Cups. You've got something that you're feeling very hopeful about. And I think that hope is a wonderful thing. I think with the Emperor here in the reverse, your advice is not to be stuck on one possibility. Do you know? Like if you are apply to more places. If you are in a work situation or even a lovership where there's competition, don't keep yourself stuck in one way of thinking or one don't put your eggs in one basket kind of thing. Tell yourself there's more fish in the sea. There's a fish there. If it's a lovership, depending on the situation. Okay, so let me get it. I'm going to really try and keep these short. Your bee balm thing keeps falling over. And look at this, as I said, honeybee. This is the lovers. It's hard to wear candlestick, but it could be that you are in a relationship. So look, when I look at this is you. It feels like you are hopeful about this relationship. So if that is the case, go with that. You know, the competition might be just competition, doesn't mean that you are in competition with it. Might be perceived. Or even if there are other people vying for the attention of your beloved, doesn't mean that it feels to me like you are secure in that relationship somehow, or you're just feeling good about yourself in this situation. So let's get one for the situation itself. The 2 cards came out. Wow. You get the 8 of feathers in the reverse, coming out of a place of stuckness, and you get the Emperor in the upright, Earth Father, or Ram. So I'm seeing the birds in both of them. It's like messages. But let me come back to that. So I'll take those as your clarifiers for that central issue. What's working against you? Clarifier. Working against you. Working for you. You and your advice is the 4 shells. So let's look at the key, the central issue. You have the 5 of Wands, which tells me there's some kind of thing that you're competing with over. 8 of Feathers tells me that I think you're coming out of a place of feeling stuck, and it's possibly because you've been doing this self-healing, self-soothing stuff. You're coming out of that. There might be an element of stubbornness. It might be, not necessarily. You know, it's in this situation, I'm seeing, well, your main card is the 5 of Wands, so it's about the competition. And maybe the caution, seeing that you get the Emperor twice, is to use the Emperor in the positive, which is trusting in the foundations, the strong foundations, feeling confident, standing in your power. So, but turned on its head, that can be stubbornness. I see something about communication. So maybe you are needing to communicate from a position of power, but also from a position of openness in the situation. Right? What's working against you? You get the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it is about that self-love, but it's also about balance. So if this is a love, it could be about love, given that you get the Ace of Cups there. It's about having a balanced view, balanced perspective, and a balanced approach. And maybe that's what you haven't done so far. You've maybe done things that have been self-defeating in dealing with the situation. Now, what's working for you is this healing of the heart, this heart healing. And with the 7 of Shells, I feel in reverse, you are maybe starting to choose wisely. Because the 7 of Shells is about options. And maybe you are looking at all the options and you're being a little bit more discerning about what's available or what is right and what is not right for you. The card representing you is this feeling of abundance, like emotional fulfillment, which is beautiful. So trust that. So maybe what is going on here is that you are competing for something There's a lot of air, so it might be even studies or scholarship or a job maybe. And the idea is not to be too dogmatic in any way about that competition. Just have a relaxed heart. I feel we'll come back to that, taking care of yourself. But maybe what makes it okay is that you have this very sharing space, a very caring space, happy emotional space. With the 6 of fossils in this deck, it's caring and sharing. People are sharing equally, you know, and which is really lovely. So maybe that is also what's beneath the surface of this competition. Might on the surface look like negative, but maybe underlying it there is this sharing. The advice, your Emperor in reverse and the 4 of shells, the four of cups. The 4 of cups talks about, well, they're both fours, right? The 4 of cups is about not seeing an opportunity, maybe, or not seeing an opportunity that's presented to you, maybe because you're looking one way and not, that's very much what it is. It's like you only want that one thing, something like that's the only thing. I'll have that and nothing else. Whereas maybe there are other possibilities. So, for example, if you're applying for a study, maybe there's something else that's better for you right now. Maybe that thing, maybe you're not ready for that thing, or whatever the case might be, even if it's a work situation. Just don't be too stubborn about things. Stand in your power for sure, but don't be too stubborn about stuff. Okay, group 1. I think I will leave it there. I'll just take one more card, maybe as final bits of advice. So I would say for your week ahead, beloveds, know that you are at a place before whatever is coming in, but be aware of what you're attracting towards yourself. Be aware of not looking a gift horse in the mouth. So be aware of if an offer comes in, being open to it, and don't close yourself off because you want just that one thing, Just because people are competing over something doesn't mean that you have to have it, right? Some of us are like that, or we have moments where, because somebody else is more, maybe that thing is for them right now, we feel more inclined to compete. So just think about that. It could be love, could be work, it could be studies. Let's get one more card. Be kind to yourself, be gentle, like listen to lovely music, dance, slow dance, even if it's by yourself. And try not to be dogmatic about stuff. With the 7 of feathers, you did get this in reverse, but I'm taking it as don't be your own worst enemy. Don't play games unnecessarily. That does feel like a strong suggestion of this. Just focus on your healing. Open yourself to whatever possibilities. Don't close yourself off. Do that gentleness. The week ahead for me is about gentleness for you. Okay, beloved group 1, I hope that helps, and have a wonderful week ahead. If this helped you, please give me a like. Please share with others and subscribe if you haven't. I will chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 2. You chose Datura. It's very pretty. It's the moon. Your card is the moon. So there might be something mysterious going on, something that you're not, that's hidden from you, hidden from view at the moment. And I intentionally used selenite for your stone because I saw the moon, of course. This is the crystal of the moon, Selena. So maybe you're doing lots, maybe there's something significant with the full moon on the 11th. Let me get more incense. So the way I'm doing it today, group 1, I said I'll do a quick reading, but you might just like this way. So the central issue, what's blocking, what's working against you, what's working for you, your energy, and your advice. So that's what I'll do. So beneath the deck you have the Hierophant. Let's see. It might be institutional stuff. I'll get clarified just now. Let's just see what the general energy is. King of Fossil. I think you're worried about money, and you can't see this potential for happiness. So maybe that's the big issue right now for you, group 2. Sea of Shells, what's working against you is innocence. The Sea of Shells is the Page of Cups. And for me, what that's saying is, like, you know what? I think that you're on a new journey, maybe in finances. Maybe you've started a new job, something that's related to stability, let's put it that way. And maybe you're feeling a bit insecure. You're feeling so much like the Page. No matter how experienced you are, you're feeling like that. And in a way, what I would say is that it's okay to feel like that. Don't put yourself down for feeling insecure and unsure of yourself. What's working for you is options. This is so interesting because group 1 got this in the very same position. So you have options. But what happens when you have options is that you need to choose wisely. You've got that working for you. Maybe there are lots of job offers coming in, so you might have to be practicing discernment. You get the 7 of Wands for you and the 3 of Coins. So it's possible that there's a work situation where you might need to speak up for yourself, where you are not speaking up for yourself. Perhaps you are not being paid fairly, and you need to speak up for yourself because, that's what I'm seeing there. And your advice, the Seeker of Branches. I'd love to get it clarified. This is the Knight of Wands, and your advice is not to be too hasty in anything, and I'm just looking at this beneath the deck. See how the Knight of Athames is there rushing forward. So what it's doing for me is confirming that insight. Central theme. This could be to do with studies or academia or something that's to do with teaching, maybe you are a teacher, a lecturer, or whatever. And working against you, for you, your energy. And your advice. Doing a very good job shuffling today. But it's here. Oh, 6 of Pentacles. Let's see what's going on here. So there's a situation where you are feeling dissatisfied, you're not feeling confident. You're not feeling, I feel like you're getting your stability, your financial reward, or your feeling of stability in this particular situation. It could be an institution, it could even be a marriage, but it could be an academic institution of some sort. Perhaps you are have chosen a course of study and it's not fulfilling you, or you're in a work situation where you're not being paid what you believe you deserve. What else with the High Priest? That's the Hierophant, by the way. Busy creating something, but that's your situation. So let me see. Yeah, I feel it might be a situation where you're either a teacher, an academic, or a student, and something is not fulfilling you. And you're feeling a little bit unsure, which is not a problem, but what's working against you is that, and the same card. Wow, wow. I think, I would love to get a clarifier for that, because I'm thinking of that penguin, which is the beginning of something new, right? But it's almost like maybe you took a job or a course of study and you're not feeling satisfied with it. You were bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you were so excited about it, and now it's not giving you the fulfillment you want. But let's see a little bit more. You do have options, though. Maybe you are telling yourself, I'm stuck here, but you're not, right? You do have options. What's working for you, and the 9 of Pentacles. Wow, something to do with independence. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. It's almost like one of the things that comes as an option is something from the past. Maybe that's a possibility, but it's also something to do with your independence. So in a way, your negative self-talk is that I'm no good, maybe, or I've already started on this, there's no other way, but yet you do have options. And there's something to do with either independence, standing on your own 2 feet and being okay with it, or something from the past, possibly. I'm going to get another one for you. So for you, I said not standing up for yourself. Perhaps you need to take a leap of faith, take another step out of wherever you've been. If it's not working for you, think about what your options are, look at the options, and be willing to negotiate on your own behalf. And group 2 also got this card of in a different position, but this is your cup. Are you doing too much for others? Are you doing things to please others? Are you staying here because of others? You need to think about that. And maybe there's something important in the full moon. Maybe you can, at the full moon, maybe it's just on Tuesday or Wednesday, thereabouts, like take this, like the High Priest here, almost, there's a kind of the moon shining through there. Take this question, look at what your options are. I think you need to do some work with the full moon, and maybe even with Selenite, because Selenite is so associated with the moon, and maybe seek answers at the time of the moon. Sit out in the full moon. It's a new moon or full moon? It's a new moon, sorry. But yeah, why not sit out in the new moon and just empty yourself and ask for guidance and empty yourself, and then sit there for 20 minutes, half an hour, and then just journal afterwards and see what comes up about the situation. So there's this caution not to rush, their advice not to rush in and out. And then with the Six of Pentacles, in this deck, this person is hiding what they have and but also putting it out for more. And the one person is the benevolent one. Very interesting. So it feels to me like there needs to be more fairness in whatever the situation is, more balance. Very interesting. Let me just think about it. I think that you might be feeling stuck in a situation where you felt you made this choice, but it's not fulfilling you. You don't realize it, but you do have options, and they are related to maybe your past. But look at the satisfaction there. I think that you need to be thinking about what makes you happy, what makes you feel more balanced, like you're not giving too much. There's a strong element here of giving too much and not giving enough to yourself. So I think that your work for the week ahead is to be thinking about what's fairness to you, what would be a fairer situation, and where are there offers that are more fair than the one that's there, or do you need to be making the situation more fair for you in some way? And I think that maybe the full moon, the new moon, do some inner work there, sitting out under the moon and asking for guidance, seeking. Well, I think that you need to work with the new moon, because it does feel like there are options that are available and you might not think you have them, but they are there. And I think that very much like group one, you need to be standing up for yourself, doing more self-nurturing stuff instead of giving out, which is what this card is also saying. Instead of giving and giving, you need to think about giving you. And sitting out in the new moon can simply be, the new moons are about welcoming in new energies. So maybe that's what your meditation can be out in the new moon, just welcoming in new energies. Let the new moon bathe you. And while you're sitting under the new moon, and the moon doesn't even have to show where you are. Really, you can picture the moon at that time, and let it fill you with peace, firstly, and then a kind of like an acknowledgement, or this is what I want to say, open yourself to the new, with the new moon, to what is right for you. You can do this in the form of a prayer, in the form of thinking, in the form of opening your arms to it. Depends on how dramatic you are. That's your thing, in the form of prayer, right? I think I said that. Then here, wow, how interesting. You get the Two of Cups and you get the two balance cards. Again, the Temperance card of Temperance. So there's definitely something here that's going on about balance. And I feel like that balance is about you rewarding yourself more, opening yourself up to possibilities, reminding yourself that you are worthy, right? And so because you are worthy, you are able to speak up for yourself. You are able to remove yourself if you need to. You are able to see other options, or you are able to see the options in the particular situation that might require you speaking up for yourself. So group two, your week ahead is about self-love. It's about working with the moon, and it's about opening yourself up to possibilities. Just opening yourself up to the possibilities. And it might mean that next week you are ready then to speak up for yourself, or to look for other possibilities, or to create them. Okay, I hope that helps you, group two. Let me know. If it does, please give me a like. Please share with other like-minded souls. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Bye. Welcome back, group three. You've chosen Rose Quartz, and your card is the card of Temperance. And your plant is Camelia, which makes me think of harmony and peace. So let us group 3, key issue. So, group 3, the way I'm going to do it, the key issue, what's working against, what's working for, your energy and your advice. So there's something that's hidden from you, and that's what's concerning you. There's some mystery, there's some hidden, something that's not being made clear from you, maybe intentionally being hidden from you. That's what I feel. What's working against you is that you've worked hard for something and you are not seeing, you're feeling burdened now. What's working for you is this Knight of Wands, and this is a slow and steady Knight of Wands. In the reverse, that's precisely maybe what it's saying. For you to keep doing the slow and steady, don't be tempted to play games or lie. Your energy is the 7 of Swords and 6 of Wands. So you might be feeling a little bit helpless about the situation and tempted again to play games, maybe, beloveds. This is a bit tricky. And your advice is to stand up for yourself. Let's get the clarifiers with the other deck. One, central issue. Working for you. Let's see. Your energy. Oops. Another 2. And beneath the deck, you get the Death card. So maybe there's an ending. So there's something hidden, and maybe it's not hidden. Maybe it's about something deep going on with you. Maybe you're going through quite an emotional time with the Moon there and the Queen of Cups. I think that I feel like you are being guided to just work with water, work with the emotions, accept what's going on. It's just part of a process, beloved. Sometimes we just really have to be in that place. With the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands here in reverse. Something has felt really burdensome for you. And what's working for you is this another Wands. There's a lot of passion, a lot of fieriness here. So what's working for you is that slow and steady, I feel. 5 of Branches. This is the card of competition. But what I feel is that, again, standing up for yourself. Standing up for yourself. So interesting. Every one of the groups has got some, message somehow in that vein. So don't be tempted to play games. There's definitely a game playing and something doesn't feel like it's a victory. Or the seven of another seven. Wow. No, what's the other group? Seven, seven. Yeah. So you've got the seven of wands, seven of swords, the seven of coins. You've got 3 knights, 2 knights as well. Okay. And the moon is a 9 card as well. Wow. So maybe 9 is important, 7 for you. So the 7 of coins is maybe cautioning you not to be impatient. And the 9 of swords is all this worry. Like, I feel you are really worrying, and I feel like your guidance is to rather try and go with the flow. Maybe you can use rose quartz to comfort you in the week ahead. Beautiful rose quartz to just fill yourself with that self-love, you know. And your advice is the 7 of wands, standing up for yourself. Yeah, working together rather than against. You know, the once I read this, the first time I think I read this card, for me it was saying this, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. In other words, working together, collaboration rather than conflict is your key for the week ahead. So standing up for yourself, but not at the expense of others, in a way. Like, don't do this a winner takes all thing. I don't think the situation calls for that. It's almost like, even scratch what I said about something lies. I don't think it's lies. It's something that's hidden that you can't see. And there's some things that you are feeling emotional about, and that's okay. Sometimes, you know, really, sometimes the only way is to just stay with those things because the lessons are there, you know. So group 3, I'm going to draw one more card for you. I'm just going to say that I feel like you need to be embracing where you are. Just be very gentle on yourself. Work with rose quartz maybe, and work gently in this time, you know, because there's collaboration again. You've got 3 froggies there, 3 wands. So I think that's a key thing for you, is you are maybe going through a hard time, but I feel like it's just part of your journey, beloved. It's part of your soul growth, your soul healing. And if you don't try to rush out of it, just sit with it for now. You know, do self-loving things like work with rose quartz and stand up for yourself. But it doesn't have to be a fight. I don't think in your situation it's being called a fight is being called for. There's something very, very strongly about working with rather than against others. Okay, beloved group 3. I hope that helped you. If it did, please give me feedback. Love to hear. Please give me a like. Please subscribe and tell others about Self-Full Soul. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye. Dear hearts, group 4, welcome back. You've chosen this beautiful wand. I know it's broken, doesn't matter. Still beautiful. And look how it plays the light. I will it to be. You have the 10 of air, quite powerful energy of endings. Look at the scythe there, cutting out I would imagine, not that I know, I'm not a horticulturist or a farmer or any of those things. I can't even wrap my tongue around the word. Cutting off the chaff from the wheat. That's something I do know. What it means, well, okay, I'm talking a lot of shit right now. Anyway, my point though is that there's something that's being cut out. There's an ending that's happening for you. Let's see. So group 4, and the way I'm doing the reading today, card for the situation, what's working against, what's working for you, and your advice. And I'll use 2 decks. Right? So let's see. 4, 4. Beneath the deck, you get the 2 of branches. Balance maybe the beginning of a journey. Step 4. Okay, let's just have a look quickly. I think everyone, well, yeah, I think everyone got this card of options, 3 of the groups. Your central issue is a feeling like you have no options. What's working against you is not allowing something to die. Maybe an attitude, maybe a habit, maybe this feeling, or maybe something needs to end. What's working for you is your strong will. Maybe you're not seeing it, but you have it. Look how steady that ram is. It's standing on its 4 feet. It's not heading anywhere. It's not about to butt anybody. It's not in bully mode or anything. It's just standing steady there. And look how beautiful its eyes are. You also have this wand, which I think is about clarity and self-belief. Your energy is this, the Hanged Man, but master of suspension. You are not being a master of suspension. So like you don't want to accept what is. And your advice is to, interesting. I think your advice is to see what you don't want to see. But let's get clarifiers, because that sounds a bit too mysterious, right? Maybe you get it immediately as I say it. It's the central issue. I got options. Okay, so beneath the deck is the 5 of Cups, letting go of what needs to be let go of, and knowing that even that letting go, there's stuff that is right, there's stuff that stands behind the things that aren't serving. The 4 of Cups. Don't be so distracted that you don't see the offer that's presented. You do have options, but you might be closing yourself off to them. What's working against you is, not letting go, but also this lack of hope. I think there's an attitude that you need to let go of, this thing of, I have no options, there's no hope. You need to cut it out. With the ram there, okay, so that's about what's working for you is being steady, and then it's believing in yourself. And with the 8 of Wands, 8 of Wands about communication. I'm thinking about this new moon on the 11th, and how you could use that energy. I think there's something about communication. Maybe you need to write down your options. Just write down. Maybe use the new moon to start, like journal. What are the possible options? So that you don't lose the opportunities that might be presented, especially because you are in a mode of right now not looking at things with an open mind. You're not seeing different viewpoints in your situation. And it might be because you're feeling down. You're feeling like you don't have what it takes for something. And that's you playing games on yourself. Now, as advice, oh gosh, look at that. That's the Hanged Man. Beloved, okay? How do you like that? So you need to be, I think it's a wonderful thing. There's a key and there's an offer. Don't hide it from yourself. There's some way you are hiding truth from yourself. You are playing games, I think, with yourself. I feel you need to be just looking at things from a different perspective for the week ahead. And like with the new moon, I really feel like there's something to do with looking at what the options are available to you. Sit out in the new moon and then journal. What are the options available to me? Ask for guidance on those options so that you don't cut yourself up from the possibilities. And I think working with the Hanged Man, like, I like to use the cards to shapeshift, to use them and be them. Make yourself suspended. Maybe when in the new moon, do that different perspective. And you don't have to get the answers right then. Just journal, go to bed afterwards and see what comes up. I'm just going to get one more card to close off the reading. Death. Something has to end. And here, there's your 9 of Athames again. Didn't you get that? 10 of Athames. That's another card that's been coming on, the 9 of Swords, the sleepless nights. And in this one, it's called the Wild Hunt, but it's that Tower. Allow what needs to die. Group 4, that's what I feel is happening. There's something that you are holding on to that needs to end. And I think deep down you know what it is, but I think you're afraid to let it go because you feel there are no other options. Sometimes a death is just for them. Cutting off something is just for them, right? It's going to regrow, and maybe the time is not right for it to be. I guess let me go with the crops analogy. Like sometimes crops are not good that year, but they need to come down in order for the new shoots to regrow. So maybe something is not working out now. It doesn't mean it will never, but maybe you're being fixated on that working now is not allowing you to see the other options. So work with the Hanged Man, work with the moon, and communicate with yourself, I think, in the new moon through journaling or through sitting out in the new moon. You don't even have to be under its rays, but imagine its rays falling on you and picture yourself as the Hanged Man. Maybe go to bed with being the Hanged Man and see what comes up for you. Don't force the answers, just allow them to come in the week ahead. Okay, beloveds, they will come. And there you have your wand of clarity as well. And so it is. Okay, beloved group 4, I wish you a wonderful week ahead. If this made sense, please share. Please share your views, share your comments, share with others, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and tell others about Self-Will Soul. Okay, beloveds, if I can, I will do a full reading. Let me know how this form of reading works for you. I send you lots of love, group